speaking to more than 3 people.
There you go.
There you go. Talk to us.
Emilio, when you were first told that you had to speak to a large group, how did you feel?
Nervous, scared.
Why?
Well, because we're like, oh my God, they're all going to be looking at me. What do I do? Like, am I going to, say what I need to say right? Am I going to trip up? All the stuff that we all probably think.
Exactly. And that's what a lot of my clients come to me with is, hey, I'm good in front of 3 people, maybe 5 people. But if you get to 10, 25, God forbid, 100 or 300, I'm like a deer in the headlights. And my question to them is always, why? And the funniest thing is the only answer they can come up with is, it's a lot of people. Is that different than if you were speaking to 3 or 5? Well, technically, no. Then why are you afraid with 100? And we just get it in our heads that there's all those people out there and that makes a difference. And what they're doing is they're conflating fear with danger because of all the people. There's no danger. There's absolutely no danger. Is there something to be nervous about? Of course, definitely. I'm not going to tell anybody they shouldn't be nervous. But to speak to 3 people, you can speak to 300. And truthfully, in my thoughts, 300's easier. 300's easier than 3.
Yeah. Why?
3, it's intimate, right? You're up close and personal. But 300, it's less intimate. So actually what they're getting is just the opposite of what they're afraid of. They're afraid of they're going to be seen by more people. You're actually seen technically by more people, but not as closely. So for our listeners, if you can turn that on its head, when you have to speak to more than a few people, realize that, first of all, you can't speak to 100 people, 300 people. You can only speak to 1 at a time, or should only try to speak to 1 at a time and just have it replicated 100 or 300 times. That's what helps make the difference.
How do we know that we're going to be nervous getting in front of all of those people? I think we just kind of psych ourselves out,
It's just in our heads. It's purely in our heads, and for good reason, but it's in our heads. So again, when most people's greatest answer is, well, I don't know why I think it's just more difficult. It's just that there's so many more people. Well, that's not a logical reason. It's an emotional one, which makes it 100% valid.
Yeah.
But let's try to break it down. You can actually have more fun with more people than you can with just a few.
There's always going to be that percentage of people rooting for you too, which is going to get larger the more people there is.
Exactly. Have you ever done a breakout or anything like that where you were expecting a lot of people and only a few people showed up?
Yeah.
Now,
actually, this week we have one.
Yeah, it happens, right? It's happened to me. It's happened to everybody. And the funny thing is, we're going, oh my God, only 3 people showed up. I was hoping 60 would show up.
Yeah.
So depending how we have our mindset, what we focus on is governing how we feel at that moment.